Hi, my name is Hailey Young, and I'm studying criminal justice in my freshman year at Florida International University. Fingerprint analysis in court has been recently scrutinized for its lack of evidence in scientific research. It is on its way to being inadmissible in the eyes of the Daubert standard of admissibility. Fingerprinting as evidence has never raised many questions before, but is now beginning to be admissible in the eyes of Daubert. Fingerprint analysis does not meet the evidentiary reliability requirement because it is simply rooted in popularity. When used as evidence, fingerprints are hardly ever questioned by the judge or the opposing counsel in court. Many researchers cannot answer complex questions about the procedure because it is so heavily relied upon. If no one questions fingerprint analysis or takes a deeper look, it is much easier to miss mistakes and put the entire case at risk. It is impossible to tell if there are no other people with the same or very similar prints. Fingerprint analysis has been used as evidence in court for decades and has always been seen as one of the most reliable pieces. Even after the case of Thomas Jennings in 1910, when the defense attempted to bring into question the science behind fingerprint analysis because it was the only piece of evidence the prosecution had, no one thought to do the same. The fingerprints were deemed admissible because of the previous reliability and for no other reason. The defense often does not even try to cross-examine or bring in their own defense expert. Daubert's standards of admissibility held that the evidence must be within evidentiary reliability, meaning that not only is it grounded in popularity, but it is also grounded in well-tested methods and procedures. The only rule that fingerprint analysis has sufficed so far is that of general acceptance. Daubert was never meant to protect science for its long-time use. No matter how reliable a technique may seem, it should always be thoroughly tested and presented with sufficient data and support. It is the duty of the judge to question all experts and determine if their support is admissible and reliable. The analysis of fingerprints is being questioned now because when asked, many experts cannot answer the difficult questions. These experts are hardly cross-examined and are not typically held to the same expectations as other experts. While the expert witness is meant to have much data and graphics to support and display, fingerprint analysis usually only have the point counting method and a large close-up to show the jury. The point counting method is just a comparison of the number of ridges on one print to another. The problem is that there are no rules surrounding this method. It is common for smudge prints to be used, and that leaves plenty of room for doubt. There are so many people in this world, it is impossible to tell if our prints are truly unique, and it wouldn't be too far off to say that they could easily be similar. Doubt of fingerprint analysis began with the DNA wars. At this time, DNA was starting to improve, and so were questions being raised up about it. More eyes were put in the laboratories in these procedures, and it was important that all of these analysis work was done very thoroughly. Naturally, questions about the DNA process brought on questions about the fingerprint process. Fingerprint analysis lacks accreditation. There is no consistent procedure because it's usually just assumed to be correct. Without consistent procedure, there is no quality or integrity. Just like a good theory, a good science needs falsifiability to improve. Fingerprint analysis needs to be challenged to improve and gain the accreditation it seems to be lacking. Before fingerprint analysis can be used as reliable evidence in a courtroom and meet the Daubert standards, the procedure must be vigorously tested and examined just as any other expert witness would be expected to do.